Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Ape Escape 3. I am your host, Master Reki Wills, joined as always by Galuf Black Mage. Galuf, how you doing?
Let's catch some more monkeys!
Yeah! We're like halfway there, I think. Just a lot of monkeying around to do.
Fistful of Bananas is a pretty good reference.
It really is. I think last time we were here, I left all the monkeys to be the ones at the end, because I'm smart. If I'd planned this out better, I definitely would have gone and skipped some earlier monkeys so I could grab the ones at the end, and not have to run all the way back, but...
Yeah, that would make sense, but also it's kind of an unintuitive way to just play the game.
Yeah. Still nothing.
Where's secret?
Radar. Yeah, I know. Probably on the other side of this train station. I was gonna say I was sad to cut out the music for this stage because it's really good, but then I remembered that this is the song that plays when you're using this super form. And it's infinitely better. And I have to get rid of it. This song, not as good as the one that was playing earlier.
Yeah. Where's my, like, HD remaster with a setting to toggle, form music on and off?
Where's my remasters? That way I can get this song on Spotify. For the soundtrack.
Or just release the soundtrack on Spotify.
Yeah! Do that too. Do that also. Sure hope I'm not about to get smacked by that. Yep.
Friggin' Mega Man 02 level, I think. Or is it 01?
Ooh. You're testing my memory. Hey! You're not allowed to do that. Get down here.
Nice.
Whoa! Whoa! I don't know what's happening there, but...
Some BS is happening.
Oh, yeah. Oh! Ah!
Oh.
Cookie for me, please. Thank you. Thank you.
You can't hit me with your bullets if I jump over them.
What the hell is this thing?
Freaking enemy mob spawner.
Where'd it go? Oh.
I still hear it. Is it in the canyon? Oh, it's gone now.
That just respawns the train so you go from zone to zone. That makes sense. There it is.
Oh, there it is again. It didn't have much left in it.
No. Cool. Alright, you know what? I don't actually need to kill you guys. There's definitely a section where you're meant to use the gunslinger form, but you know what's better than a gun?
A slingshot?
Yep. Take that, Johnny the Kid.
Nice beard.
Yep. Very rustic of you. Oh god. He's the best sharpshooter in the West. Oh, he's actually, like, really good.
They definitely wanted you to use the gun form.
Well, not today, they won't. I see it, but... That way? Oh, is it down?
It could be.
Yep.
Aha!
Hello, friends! Sorry, man. You did not. You're not dodging shit.
So acrobatic.
I know. It's
One
impossible.
remains.
Oh, he's got a mech suit. That guy fall through the ground? Oops. I have two ways of doing this. One is sneaking around and trying to get him before he gets into the thing. The other is destroying this. Which I think is working.
Is it blowing up before it actually hits the mech? Like you're hitting the range limit? Oh, no, you got it.
Nice. I was gonna say, I hope not, because the regular one was hitting it. Take that, Galozo.
I'm reminded of the mech suits in a dungeon in Chocobo's Dungeon 2, where, like, they don't let you do those kind of shenanigans, though, because if you attack like an unmanned robo suit, it just takes, like, 1 damage or something like that.
So you could theoretically sit there for 30 years and do it?
Yeah, and then probably summon Doom.
Oh. Oh, is it one of those games where if you're on the same floor for too long, it's like, no, you gotta move?
Yep. It will literally spawn a Grim Reaper to kill you.
I guess we'll match him again, for honor's sake. Yeah, what?
I do have to say, I do kind of prefer a game taking the I will spawn a super scary enemy to, like, chase you and kill you to the approach I've seen in another mystery dungeon of just, no, you just immediately get kicked out of the dungeon.
The Reaper effect from Persona. Oh, I forgot about this Django moment.
Oh, yeah.
You're not ready, kid. What? Oh, I ran out. Later, dude.
Also makes me think of Live Alive.
I just
It
watched.
wasn't coming out of the coffin, but it was a machine gun.
I just watched a clip on my Twitch channel from when we played Live Alive, specifically fighting that cowboy dude at the end. Just one tap him.
Yeah.
He didn't quite make it to the end of the rules of a gunman this time either, did he?
That was a good clip.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of stages. In my mind, we were almost done.
Here I go!
But then it's not now. I forgot to mention it on camera, but I actually got a new desk mat for my PC. I went to a store, I'm like, do you have magic cards for Final Fantasy? They're like, no, we got accessories. I said, what do you got? And they showed me a desk mat of Absolute Virtue from Final Fantasy 11. I said, ooh.
Oh, nice.
Sign me up for one of those for 35 Canadian dollars. It's wide enough, and I think its intended purpose is also to be a desk mat in addition to being a playing surface for Magic, so... I can put my... Cool. Yeah, it is. I can put my microphone on it, and that soaks up some of the vibrations, which is pretty handy. Because I've noticed that... Where is this? I've noticed that sometimes the hum from my microphone in my recordings is due to the fact my computer's under my desk. So whenever the fans are going, because there's upwards facing fans, it's vibrating my desk. And somehow that's traveling through the base of the microphone, even though my microphone is one of those ones that are suspended on strings.
Yeah, my microphone used to just hear the fans, period. It wasn't even like desk vibration, it was just the fans got picked up.
Yeah, like I might be off on what exactly was happening, but I would move my microphone to a different spot on my desk where there wasn't vibrations, and I could feel it if I put my hand on the desk.
Yeah, I mean, if it's vibrating that much, then it probably is.
It was like
making noise on the mic.
Take that, John. Anyone else in here? Yo, lonely bath. God. Well, like right now, my microphone is directly in front of me and on my desk where it used to be, and not a sound. Am I missing over here? The microphone section of OBS is completely clear.
Nice.
Oh, right.
I just had to rely on some noise removal for me, honestly.
I don't remember how to get into there. Just gotta go around. We'll get back there eventually. I think that monkey's in the boys changing. And as far as I know, there's no way in there. Let me in.
It's not a monkey suit thing, is it? Getting into the other one?
Oh, I don't think so, but thanks for reminding me that I haven't checked the monkey suit yet.
Rawr.
Roar.
That vaguely reminds me of, actually, like, I have the absolute freaking vaguest memory of something from when I was so little that I don't even remember what the ride was or what, like, the creature was, but I just remember being on one of those, like, amusement park rides with, through, like, a dark tunnel, and, like, it was some kind of, like, animatronic or something of, like, it had to have been something like Godzilla or King Kong or something like that, but I don't even know what it was. I just remember that I was really scared.
I never got scared by animatronics much as a kid.
I was like 2 or 3 probably, so it was like big scary monster.
Yeah, that definitely could have done it. Okay, so he's definitely in there.
It wasn't even that it was animatronic, it wasn't that like uncanny thing, it was literally just like, oh my god, scary monster. Nope.
I am dressed as man now. Let me in. Is there a way over? Oh, yeah, hold on. What was that?
I don't know.
Why did it only happen the one time? Oh, wait.
Oh, can you just jump over?
I think so. Oh, nice.
Yeah, being a degenerate.
How could they let me do this in a kid's video game?
It's for the sake of the world.
That monkey was definitely trying to peep. Can I simply skip this if I do this? I can. Alright, so we need to go find the monkey house. I'm gonna assume down here. No, there's not even a point to transform. No, stop! Stop! Now I'm gonna point to transforming here because I'm gonna lose it immediately as soon as I do this.
No, that's right. This is the place where I think I started talking about Corona Mountain.
Yeah. Actually, that might have been Ape Escape too.
I don't remember, man.
They're all blend together after a while. Too many apes that have escaped.
I also don't have the memory I used to, despite the fact that I'm only in my 30s.
Same, man. Alright, is it in here? Yep.
Ah, it is. Like, there are other things that can affect your memory besides strictly age, I suppose.
Like, not getting enough sleep. Hello, carry on, friends.
Oh,
Why are these monkeys so dexterous? Take those.
oh, you know, I said Godzilla or King Kong for that ride I was on, but it was probably, if it wasn't like King Kong, it was probably probably Jurassic Park related.
Awesome.
I remember Jurassic Park. I haven't seen that movie probably, how old am I? Almost 32.
That's probably the most likely thing it must have
20
been based
years.
on, because King Kong was like, didn't have the remake yet, obviously, and like that would have been an old movie when I was a kid. So, but Jurassic Park would have come out when I was like 2 years old.
I exclusively know the King Kong remake for the Xbox 360 game and getting the achievement points.
I saw the remake movie, but I don't really remember it.
I have not seen any version, actually. Come here! Oh my god. Oh. I smell you!
No falling snow can stop you.
So it's that way, but...
But
oh, it's
up, probably.
I see.
Slippery roof will stop you, though.
I would love to live in a little town like this. Just give me access to the internet. Oop.
There are pros and cons to little towns.
Let me in! Yeah, the cons being getting serial killed. Hello, friends. No! That's my... Oh, he didn't take my note.
I just see the OBS logo when I see those drums.
I didn't until you just said that. It's Shimmy!
One of the password monkeys.
Not very aware, is he? Yeah. Aware enough.
Talk shit.
True. And I continue on my merry way. Imagine putting a secret room in a secret room.
Crazy.
Secretception.
I randomly just thought of the fact I was like, wait, actually Donkey Kong Country did that for 100%.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, the small town thing, like pros and cons. I think cons I was thinking of like kind of the close-knit nature of a smaller town can be like everyone knows everyone, and if like so if you make some kind of faux pas or like someone doesn't like you, that can just like spread.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hate that. Don't perceive me. Alright, what have you got for me? Is this a movie scene? I guess not.
The monkey sage.
No way! Ukiji. I actually get that one. What? How the... Oh, we're here. I see. Oh, actually, don't want to be here. I want to be down here and that way. Thank you, Ukiji. Oh, yay, my favorite part. Driving the inferior version of the tank.
But it's elephant themed.
True. Still another one. What? Where could this guy possibly be?
Maybe in that like festival zone.
I thought it was cleared out, but we can check.
I mean, it's not picking up anything.
Yeah. It must mean backwards.
You gotta just stop and use that radar every now and then.
Well, if it's not picking up anything, that means there's no monkey in an adjacent zone either. Like right here. That means different zone that way. Inconspicuous switch.
So they were hiding inside the building.
Oh, it's you.
Oh.
Holy crap, he's very aware.
I'm not surprised being one of those guys.
Hold that.
The Peepotrons.
I don't remember if the number of monkeys that are in this stage would have been affected by me putting that password in or not.
Really impressive performance there.
Thanks, man. Top banana.
It kind of seems like it was, because I thought Peepatron was one of the password monkeys.
He was.
You have been saving your game regularly, haven't you?
Yep.
Be sure to save your game when don't forget.
What'd she say?
The days before autosaving.
Yep. I don't miss those days.
Here I go.
I started playing Bravely Default on my Switch too, because there's not a lot to play on that, and remasters are cool of games I have not played. The autosave has saved my ass so many times. That's one of those games where you kind of just get blasted out of nowhere now and then if you're not careful.
That checks out. Yeah, it's like looking back, it feels like such a no-brainer feature for a lot of games. Like, there's games where I can see why they wouldn't have thought to include an autosave. Like, even beyond just the fact of it not being a standard thing, but it's like when you look at a game like this, it kind of makes you think, like, why doesn't it just save after you complete a stage?
I imagine it had something to do with the rewrite time for your saving to memory card and whatever other device.
It wasn't that long.
It could have added up. Alright. Oh, we're the best.
Damage boosting.
Yep. I should probably turn into a monkey just to keep an eye on stuff.
Talking about those kind of like rewrite times and stuff does just remind me of like how much more patience I had for that kind of shit when I was younger. It's like when technology gets faster, you just get used to it. But when technology was slow and waiting was normal, I actually didn't mind.
People nowadays don't understand what it was like back then.
Yeah. Freaking dial-up internet.
Yeah, I was talking to my students about like fucking 5 megabit download being fast and games being, or old MP3s being like a few hundred bytes. They did not fool me. Hey, remember floppy
The art
disks?
of compression has been lost, but also in some cases it was just because stuff looked or sounded like shit.
Yeah, usually it sounded like shit. But you know what? It sounded good at the time.
It was sound, and that was all that mattered.
Literally.
Pictures didn't look bad because, from the perspective of the fact that we just had smaller monitors with smaller resolutions anyway.
Back in my day, we were lucky if we had monitors.
You play those multi-user dungeons or like text adventure games with no pictures.
Yeah.
I never actually played any of those.
Monkey. Banana.
I played stuff with some pretty rudimentary graphics, but I never did play any of the like text-only games.
You played what you had, man.
Yep.
Why does this look so close? What the hell?
Well, I was lucky because like what I had was like we had some stuff on a PC, but we also just had an NES and a Super Nintendo, so. and more consoles later on and all that. But yeah, I just like there was never a time that we didn't have video games when I was a kid.
That was most of my life, to be fair. It's funny though, looking back to that stuff and how little patience I have for it now, even though I grew up with it.
There's some aspects I still have a lot of patience for, but I think like longer load times is not as much one of them.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, let me do this
Like,
shit.
I had no problem playing the PlayStation 1 version of Chrono Trigger, because that was my first way of playing that game, actually. For me, we didn't have it on the Super Nintendo, and I didn't mind the load times on that, but looking at how that game works now, I'm like, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to play that version of it again.
Bro, anything with like a extended
Well, that was just
transition just annoys the shit out of me. Or anything where the animations are a little too long. I'm just it's instant 200% speed up button on an emulator or something.
Yeah, I have lost some patience for that too. Like, it's fine to some extent, but when you're just going through so many battles, I mean, the live streams I did of my first time playing Golden Sun, I used the speed up key a lot.
Oh yeah. Is this music different?
My memory does not tell me.
Me either.
Yeah, I had a fun time playing Golden Sun, but man, did I sure get a lot of use out of the speed up key.
Some games I can still deal with without it, but yeah.
I mean, if I the only way I had to play Golden Sun was without a speed up key, I'm sure I could have done it, but it did make the experience more enjoyable that I could just speed a lot of that up.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, if you have the option, you're biased into using it by it existing.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at resisting that temptation for stuff like save states if I just, like, want to go through a game without that.
I'm not.
But speed up, I will use.
I will, if you give me the option, I will use it.
Well, that was just awesome.
I can't even trust myself to play board games single player because I'll just cheat whenever something doesn't go my way.
Did you notice? The genie was modeled after Monkey Yellow.
Don't ever tell me that.
His round body is kind of cute, don't you think?
If you're playing a board game single player, aren't you just like both players or all players?
Yeah.
Here I go.
But then I lose, and I'm like, no, you know what? I didn't lose.
You decided which incarnation of yourself you wanted to win.
Aaron Yeager, is that you?
I'm ready. Yo! Yo!
Oh. Well, we're going this way now. I don't
Yeah,
want
like I only knew that was a. Oh god, I can't. I only knew that was an Attack on Titan reference, but not like I didn't understand the reference.
I am probably butchering a reference because I never read or watched Attack on Titan myself. I just know the plot via like summons.
You know more than me, man.
Yeah, that series kind of sucks ass.
I heard that series was really cool until it wasn't.
Yeah. Come on, there's no way. It was one of those series that people were lauding for, if not the writing, at least like the level of foreshadowing and craft that went into it. And then the story happened, and you're like, you know what, maybe although the craft
just
was
took
good,
some
the story
turns.
was ass. I notice a lot of people nowadays, like, confusing foreshadowing for a writer leaving something open on purpose, so that way they can backfill an explanation later.
Oh, the Nomura method?
Yeah, or like just Naruto, because there's no way that I don't care who the fuck you think you are. There's not a single world where Kishimoto had half of the shit that happens in Shippuden planned out. Did he know what Itachi's motivations were from the beginning? Roughly, probably. But definitely not the details. No, fair enough. Hold on, I'm gonna back out here to see if the...
I saw someone talk about an interesting thing with Naruto about how just like the power scaling of that series is so whacked that it just fundamentally changes the kind of story it even is. Like, it just becomes kaiju battles or like big power battles.
I think that was me, actually. I think you were literally talking to me.
It was a video I thought that I saw, but I could see you having the same take.
Oh, I have 100% the same take. I
think it is a really good take, actually. It's like not something I thought of, but it had been forever since I really saw any of that, and I never actually did watch Shippuden, but it is interesting to just look at that and be like, yeah, like even just in Naruto straight up, like you go from like early on when like Kakashi is like way above the child ninjas in terms of his ability and powers. And he's sitting there having to make like a million hand signs just to like conjure a like water dragon.
And it was sick every time.
And then you go on just like a bit later into the anime and they just do shit that's like way more destructive and impressive than that with no effort.
Yeah.
Even like, or even just like before you get to, I guess like the kaiju stuff, I guess already kind of started in regular Naruto because it started with like Gaara, and then you have like,
hold on a sec.
when the sage Jiraiya like battles, freaking whatever his name was.
Do you have something in the background? Is that you? I hear a hum. I thought it was outside noise.
Let me mute.
Nope, it's definitely still there. I only
Weird
hear
thing
it
is,
on my
I hear
left
it too.
speaker.
Hold on.
Is it the game?
Yeah, it's the game. That hum is the game.
What? That wasn't there before. What happened?
I have no idea, but I just muted the game and I don't hear the hum anymore.
I thought it was something from like outside, like a backhoe or something. That's weird. Maybe it's a glitch in the sound and it'll fix itself once we leave this level.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Gaara. Yeah. Also, like, technically, QB was a giant kaiju thing, which I thought was fine because QB was supposed to be basically a weapon of mass destruction style threat.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like he just casually got unleashed in the early days of the story or anything.
And QB also wasn't a ninja. So, like, who gives a shit? Oh, thank God, it's over.
I mean, technically, the thing that Gaara turned into wasn't a ninja either. That's just, like, another Kyuubi.
Yeah. Something is exceptionally fucked with the sound in that stage.
Yeah, that was weird. At the end of the stage, like, thing was weird, too.
No, it's all normal.
How long has this recording been?
Close to 40. We need a stage or two. Oh my God, 12er. This will be the last one.
Here I go.
But yeah, man, ninjas were cool when it was about trickery and outsmarting your opponent, like a fucking JoJo's battle.
Yeah.
Not when it was just the only characters that matter are the ones with beasts inside of them. And Obito and Madara.
I do appreciate the fact, though, speaking on that exact thing, that, like, I did randomly see a clip from what I guess is, like, one of the last episodes of Naruto, because I think it's the final confrontation in the series, or, well, the final, like, threat confrontation, because I also heard that, like, Naruto and Sasuke just duel for shits and giggles at the end also.
Yeah, which, you know, is the best fight of Shippuden for a reason.
Damn, I guess I should watch it.
And, like, part of
Like
that
that
is just
fight,
the
nothing else?
stakes. Yeah, watch it, definitely. Part of it is just, like, the stakes, because this has been an encounter that they've been building up towards for all of Shippuden, even before that. So it's just good on that front, but it's also just, like, a cool ninja fight for once. Until the end, where they pulled out their kaiju shit, but you know, whatever.
But I was thinking of, I randomly just saw a clip of part of, like, a fight that I think is, like, just before their fight. It's like they're fighting essentially God, like the
yeah.
god of like freaking ninja chi or whatever.
Yeah.
But I actually do appreciate the fact that they just kind of circled back around to that idea of like ninja trickery, because it's like, what did she had the like one of those eyes? I forget what it is. It was like the Hyuga eyes.
Oh yeah.
She's just like freaking sees and predicts everything.
Byakugan.
Yeah, and just like sees everything in like ultra detail. And so like they actually hit her with the ninja trickery, because they're at like the freaking end of the series of all things. Naruto pulls out the fucking sexy gender bent jutsu. And it actually makes her pause, so she gets punched in the face. Like, he catches her off guard entirely with that, because, like, she doesn't say anything or visibly react, but the fact that she actually got sucker punched after that makes you think that she had to just be sitting there going, like,
yeah, what the fuck are these monkeys doing? Yeah. That's another example of people being like, oh, look at the foreshadowing. Sasuke and Naruto were reincarnations of that guy's mom's children, whatever the fuck. Yeah, it was planned all along. I'm like, no, the fuck it wasn't. He needed a fucking existential threat, and he needed a reason for them to exist, and it was convenient. I've written a lot of D&D shit, and I've written a couple stories in my lifetime, including a fucking novel. Like, sometimes serendipity, man. You're like, this isn't that important of a detail, IMO, but it is a detail that exists, and maybe I will use it later.
And sometimes stuff happens. Yes, sometimes stuff does just happen coincidentally. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, actually, speaking of D&D and like stuff not happening intentionally at all, but just being by pure coincidence, that game did not last very long, but so it didn't really go anywhere. But it was a cool detail that like plot stuff related to like my character's backstory that I had come up with separately from the DM and their own, like, character stuff. Just kind of meshed together, worked out really well, where, like, my backstory was able to fit into events that happened in, like, to set up the campaign. And then also, like, this character showed up who, like, I decided reminded my character of kind of, like, the sibling that they lost, like, years ago, just in terms of personality. And so, like, they were kind of, like... And then when I found out, actually, like, the age of the other character that my character was relating to, like, their lost family member, it just turned out by pure coincidence that this other character was the exact same age that, like, the sibling character would have been if they were still alive at that point in time. Not planned out at all, and it's just like, oh, that's a cool thing.
Those are honestly the best parts of storytelling, either as a viewer or as a writer. You're like, oh, this is awesome. This just happens to work. And
Yeah.
it feels really satisfying when it lines up that way. That's part of why things are left open is for viewers to be like, to connect the dots and be part of creating the fiction. That's why people love fucking YouTube theory crafting, man. That's
Yeah.
literally the reason.
I mean, that shit is fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think some people take the theory crafting in kind of a stupid direction, but hey, they're having fun.
Yeah. I can think of so many times when I've just written shit and come back to it however long later and then been like, oh wait, this is actually perfect with something else that I was going to do anyways, and now it just makes sense. I can't think of any specific examples off the top of my head, but I've definitely had it been like, well, I've written this character in this exact way, and then, oh, it turns out that because of the exact way I've written this, they are perfect for this other idea I had. I've had characters that were like, I would name them something, just random syllables sometimes, because that's how I name shit. And then it turns out that their name means something specific. And it happens to line up with the character. Part of one of my D&D settings is based on some vaguely Buddhist themes. And a lot of the terminology and deities associated with that type of mysticism just happened to work out in exactly the way I needed to. Where, like,
Nice.
characters are, by accident, allegories for some deity, like the god of thunder in Hinduism or something. And I'm like, ah, perfect. Right on. Fucking... To use Dot Hack as an example. Because you're a Dot Hack fan, right? I can't remember.
I've only seen Dot Hack sign.
Okay, you know Skaith.
Yeah.
What, do you know what, remember what Skaith's epithet is?
No, actually.
The Terror of Death.
Okay.
What do you think the Terror of Death means?
I don't know.
In the context, I did not put this together for a long time. It was the fucking Phoenix Down moment for me. Because the story is that the phases like Skaith and such forth are parts of an AI that's trying to understand the human experience. The Terror of Death literally means the fear of dying. But also...
the part of that AI that is meant to understand that, I guess.
Yeah. Holy shit, you can use the right stick to do this? Oh my god. Crazy. And I didn't put that together for forever, because I just thought it was Japanese weird shit, and I'm like, oh, it just sounds cool. They put words together. Turn around. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. Today I learned that happened.
So it's just all the phases are like part of how it was supposed to be built to understand humans.
Yeah, and like I knew that part about the story, but I didn't put together what the Terror of Death meant. So I named one of my main characters in the story I wrote after Skaith. And that character's theme just happened to be about like the concept or being scared of dying because of some other bullshit and like wanting to repent before she died. And I had, when I did that, I just named her Skaith because she was cool and I liked the name and I liked the character. And it just works, and you're like, oh, haha.
Nice.
Anyway. Shippuden fucking sucks. Welcome to my TED Talk.
The one thing I did actually see of Shippuden, just because literally it was like when I was in the hospital, it was actually airing on TV as a rerun for whatever reason, was Sasuke and Itachi fighting.
Oh, that's a good fight too. That's another actual
that was
ninja
like
fight.
pretty cool to watch.
That one has a mindfuckery Genjutsu.
Yeah.
Man, Genjutsu also just fell off the fucking map.
Impressive performance there.
They spent all this time world building at the beginning to be like, there's Taijutsu, Ninjutsu, and Genjutsu, and then literally nothing matters in terms of Genjutsu after a while, except when it becomes Sharingan shit. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll pick up some more monkeys next time. Bye!
Bye.